Imagine this. Your dog is quietly eating, the sound of crunching kibbles echoing through the room. You smile, thinking everything is fine. But inside that calm scene, something invisible might be happening, something that could shatter your trust. Every day, countless dogs begin to associate one of their most basic needs: food with fear, confusion, and defense. And the heartbreaking truth is that it usually starts with you, not out of malice, but out of ignorance. Today, you will learn the 6 silent mistakes that can awaken the instinct of resource guarding in your best friend. If you really love your dog, you need to stay until the very end of this video because number 3 might be the one creating that tension you cannot explain. Dogs do not think about food the way humans do. To them, the bowl is not just a tool, it is a resource, a symbol of survival. In the wild, food meant life, and guarding it was an act of instinct. A wolf that lost its meal would lose energy, status, and safety. Your domestic dog still carries that code, hidden inside every cell of his body. So when you lean in while he eats or punish a growl, you awaken that ancient programming, turning mealtime into a moment of potential war. Let us start with the first mistake, the one that breaks trust faster than you can say, leave it. The first mistake, taking the food away while your dog is eating. You might think you are teaching dominance, that you must prove you are in control, but your dog does not see it that way. In his mind, you are stealing his lifeline. Imagine you are eating your dinner and someone snatches it right from your hand. You would not trust that person anymore, would you? When you take your dog's food to test him, what you really do is teach him that your approach predicts loss, not safety. And once that association forms, the next step is a growl, then a snap, and eventually a bite. The right approach is not about proving power, it is about building predictability. Feed your dog in peace. Do not touch his food while he eats. Instead, teach him through positive reinforcement that your presence near the bowl means good things. Walk by, drop a tasty treat beside him, and walk away. Over time, his brain rewires itself. He stops seeing your approach as a threat and starts viewing it as a blessing. That transformation is what behaviorists call desensitization and counterconditioning, and it works because it replaces fear with trust. The second mistake, putting your hands or face too close to the bowl. Many people believe this shows the dog who is boss, but for your dog, it is a violation of space. It is like someone invading your personal boundaries while you eat. Dogs communicate differently. Direct eye contact and close proximity to food signal potential conflict in canine language. When you lean in too close, your dog reads that as a challenge. The result is tension, defensive body posture, stiffening, and sometimes a warning growl. Punishing that language only mutes the alarm bell. It does not resolve the fear that triggered it. Instead, maintain respectful distance. Allow your dog to finish eating without intrusion. If you need to approach, use calm body language and gentle movement. Pair your presence with calmness, not confrontation. Over weeks, you will notice the change. Your dog will eat more, relaxed, softer body language, slower chewing, fewer glances toward you. That is trust in progress, measurable not by obedience, but by peace. The third mistake is one that breaks hearts and bonds alike: letting children bother the dog while he eats. It looks harmless, a child laughing, trying to pet the puppy near the plate. But for the dog, this can be a nightmare scenario. Children move unpredictably, make sudden noises, pull tails, or wave toys. To a dog deep in the instinctual act of eating, that chaos feels like danger. When he warns, a growl, a stare, a freeze, many adults panic and shout, "No," or "bad dog." But what did the dog learn? That warning leads to punishment. Next time, he might skip the warning, and that is when tragedy happens. If you have children, teach them the golden rule: let the dog eat in peace. Set physical boundaries. Explain that mealtime is sacred time, just as you would teach them not to disturb someone sleeping. By protecting your dog's safe zone, you are not only preventing aggression, you are teaching empathy, respect, and safety to your children as well. And more importantly, you are showing your dog that you protect his peace, even from the smallest humans in the house. The fourth mistake, constantly changing the food bowl's location. You might think it's trivial, but to a dog, routine is security. When the eating spot changes every few days, the ritual of safety is broken. The smell markers, the sound environment, the positioning all change. That unpredictability subtly increases anxiety. A nervous dog might start guarding a new spot because he does not trust whether it is still his. Stability builds serenity. By keeping a fixed, quiet feeding spot, you give your dog psychological safety. It's not about location, it is about consistency. If you must change the feeding area, don't do it abruptly. Introduce the new location gradually. Feed small treats near the new place while maintaining the old bowl for a few days. Let the shift be smooth, predictable, almost boring. In canine psychology, boredom at mealtime is a gift. It means stability and trust are intact. Remember, anxiety feeds aggression, but predictability feeds peace. The fifth mistake, adding food to the bowl while he is eating. You might think, I am giving him more food. How could that be bad? But dogs do not interpret generosity the way humans do. To him, that hand entering his space mid meal is an intruder. Each approach disrupts his sense of safety. Over time, he learns to guard it, not because he is greedy, but because he fears losing control. The cycle of tension begins again. Your hand equals disruption, disruption equals defense. There is a safer method. If you want to top up his portion, do it before he starts eating or after he is finished. If you want to teach your dog that your hands bring good things, use training sessions separate from meals. Toss a treat while he eats, but never reach toward the bowl. Consistency transforms worry into expectation, and expectation into trust. Remember, in canine emotion, predictability is love made silent. The sixth mistake, punishing your dog for growling. This is the silent destroyer of communication. Many owners think a growl is disobedience, but in dog language, a growl is a plea. It is him saying, I am scared. Please give me space. When you punish that sound, you teach him not to warn you next time. The fear remains, but the warning disappears. Suddenly, your dog bites without notice, and you call him unpredictable. The truth is, he warned you once, and you silenced him. Instead of punishment, respond with calm distance. Respect the message. Step away, then reevaluate what triggered the growl. Was it food, toys, or proximity? Work on desensitization slowly. Feed him treats when you pass by until your presence no longer causes tension. Remember, the growl is not betrayal, it is communication. And communication is always the foundation of safety. When you put these 6 lessons together, what emerges is not just a feeding protocol, it is a blueprint for trust. You begin to understand that your dog's food aggression is rarely about dominance. It is about insecurity. By respecting his signals, his space, and his silence, you transform mealtime from a battlefield into a safe ritual. Behavioral confirms that resource guarding decreases when dogs predict positive human association near their bowl. Kindness literally rewires the brain. The hormone oxytocin rises, lowering cortisol, the stress signal. In other words, love changes chemistry. At the end of the day, your dog never asked for power or hierarchy. He asked for peace. Every calm meal, every gentle glance, every moment you resist imposing control, these are acts of leadership rooted in empathy. He does not want a boss, he needs a guardian. One who understands that trust, once broken, takes patience to rebuild, but rewards with unconditional loyalty that no command can buy. So next time your dog eats, pause, watch, breathe. Let him enjoy his 5 minutes of primal joy without interference. Those few moments define the quality of your bond more than any trick or command. Food is not just nourishment, it is trust served in a bowl. Protect it wisely, and your dog will protect your heart in return. If you learned something new today, if any of these mistakes made you realize you might have done one without knowing, don't feel guilty. Feel enlightened. The best dog owners are not perfect. They are willing to grow. So if you want more deep insights to truly understand your dog's mind and keep building that extraordinary bond, make sure to subscribe right now. Your dog deserves the wisdom that keeps love safe.